just update stuff on the fly. Like PC games, you'll see like, I mean, fucking Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley updates more regularly than Halo. What the fuck?
Oh, I know, and it's just one guy.
One guy, because he has access to do it whenever, whereas Microsoft, like 343, have to pay Microsoft like X amount of money, like, you know, to patch their game, and like they should just have a fucking, what the fuck, like, oh yeah, why isn't their protocol put in place that, like, you know, Halo is like their biggest moneymaker? They should be able to do whatever the fuck they want. They should be able to update it whenever. Do little tiny updates.
I agree.
They should have a team like constantly working on it. Fuck.
How do you think the next game will do, like, in terms of sales?
Probably well. I mean, I don't see a world where Halo like won't sell well initially. Like, it might sell less well, but it will sell well. Like, it will, you know, like it hasn't gotten to the point where it like sells as low as Gears of War, and I still think like Gears of War is a good enough like baseline selling. You know, so, like even if it gets to that level, it's still going to be pretty well off. I think like they need to do a better job of like making it a complete package though. Like, I think that's Halo's biggest selling point, and they had a bad campaign this time around. They didn't have Forge at launch, and I think like
they only pleased one part of the crowd, like 1/3 of the crowd,
and they didn't really pick the best ones. Like, you think about like Halo 4 numbers, like BTB had some of the biggest numbers. People who played campaign had some of the biggest numbers. Like, the competitive side, it's really cool that they are catering to this, but the funny thing is, like, the competitive side is like one of the more niche aspects of Halo, like in comparison to other stuff, which is like
they probably just saw how big esports are getting, and they
and it was a good idea. They were right, like, but like they bet way too much on that. Like, they put all the chips on fucking red, and like a lot of esports shit gets big, like piggybacks on something else. Like CS:GO didn't get big because everyone noticed how good CS:GO was as a competitive game. It got big because it piggybacked on the back of fucking skins, and everyone was playing it because so many people were playing it and interested in it. They slowly like filtered into all the different modes that CS:GO had on offer, and then they found out about competitive. Like, esports is not like you're opening, like how you open the deal, like, or whatever. Like,
no,
esports is like your closer. Like, it's like, oh shit, like not only do they do this and do this, like they have this, which is sick.
Yeah, a large majority of Halo players aren't going to care about esports.
I don't think a game has come out that has like sold people on the basis of it being an esports title. They sell it on other shit first.
And
I'm not a confrontational person to begin with, let alone like talking about a video game. Like, I'm not gonna be like, "You suck, bro. Get out of my face. You're garbage, kid." Like,
yeah, I've never been like that either.
Literally, even when I was like I was a fucking 8-year-old kid on Xbox, and I was a little suck-up bitch. I was just like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Does anyone want to party up with me? I'm pretty good at Halo."
Was your gamer tag always that, Modest Major?
Oh no, my gamer tag was Predator 1118.
What was it?
Predator 1118. and like, I could have had Predator 118. I wanted Predator 118, and I thought, nah, that'll be taken. I'm gonna take Predator 1118, and Predator 118 wasn't even taken. So I like took a precautionary shit gamer tag, even though Predator 118 was shit to begin with. And then I changed to, what did I change to after that? I changed to like, I like joined a bunch of clans basically. I joined about like 10 different clans in a row.
Never been in a clan.
Oh, and I was major and minors for a long time as well.
Yeah. Oh, major and minors came first.
Yeah. Major and minors, and then I changed it because everyone said it was a pedophilic gamer tag.
Oh man.
I was so upset. Actually, someone told me that like a second after I made it. Like, I was so happy because like I couldn't think of names. I couldn't think of names, so I like finally thought major and minors. And basically, like, the idea of it was like, oh, you know, like, I'm in charge of like all the people. Like, I'm a pub stomper, so like I'm the major and minors. I'm in charge of all these little underlings. And then like I made the gamer tag, and I come into a party, and I'm like, "What do you think, boys?" And one guy was like, "Oh yeah, it's sick." And some other guy was like, "Yeah, that's actually really cool." And the other guy was like, "You're a fucking pedo, mate." And I was like, "No!" I like stopped, and then was just like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
There's some other game coming out that like I don't know who it's being made by, but it's got like a bit of buzz, and it's like they're trying to go like the military route. I can't remember the name of the game, but they're going like the.
But it's like a realistic military.
Yeah,
shooter.
realistic military, which I think like. Because I think games are like cyclical, and I think that is like a cycle that needs to come back. Because I think futuristic has been way too dominant, and I love it. It's my favorite. So like the fact that I'm getting fatigued by it is like not a good sign. Because like,
no,
I mean, I love it in Halo.
They're becoming the new World War II shooter.
Yeah, yeah. It was the new World War II, then it was the modern, and then it's like, oh, now we're going slightly futuristic technology, and it's like, Jesus Christ, like.
Yeah. Leave the future to Halo.
Yeah, leave the future to Halo. Well, I think the thing that annoys me about futuristic is like, to me, the appeal of futuristic is like you can do whatever. So like you can go crazy, you know, turn the notch up to 11, make, you know, super creative power weapons. But the thing is, when they do that, they don't do that. They like use it as a platform to like shoehorn like 2 or 3 abilities in, like a thruster pack, a fucking jump pack, or something pack, you know, some shit like that. And it's like, dog, if you're gonna use it, like. You know, like, I could get behind the idea of COD going futuristic if they were going to use, like, you know, they were going to exploit the setting in a good way, but they're never going to do it. Oh my god, that voice crack. That was pretty bad.
Do you remember a game called Vanquish?
Yes, I did actually really like that game.
I never really played it. I played a demo, but I think a game like a shooter with that kind of technology would be cool. Like missiles and shit.
Yeah, you can't be if you're making a future game, like. You can't be afraid to go all the way, because you're just going to have an awkward balance where you're not quite getting enough, but you're getting, like, a taste of it. Like, what the fuck? Like, don't give me a taste of it. Go full future. All this, like, fucking future bullshit is just getting on my tits.
Yeah.
I just feel like I feel like I get cheated out both, because it's kind of militaristic, but, like, it's also not. Like, it's got, like, boring, like real-world weaponry. Like Black Ops 3 is mainly what I'm talking about here. It's got like real world. Actually, Titanfall was guilty of this as well. It had like real world weaponry, and like, but the theme around you was futuristic. So it's like, what the hell? Like, either give me full realistic or give me full futuristic. Like, you're getting the worst. Like, in my opinion, like futuristic weaponry could be really cool, and they teased that in the Titanfall trailer. Like, they teased that with I forgot what it's called. Like some railgun or something. I remember I saw the railgun on the trailer, and I was like, oh dude, like, they're gonna go crazy with this Titan weaponry and all this shit. That was like the most futuristic thing that was there. The other shit was like the other Titan weapons, Titan chain gun, okay, Titan grenade launcher, Titan rocket launcher, and then the weaponry was like fucking M4A1 or some shit was the main weapon. Okay, seen this shit, or like M4 carbine equivalent. Just like, really, like, you could have done so much with this shit. You could have had like the Titans have some like futuristic like samurai beam sword or some shit, like fucking rip people into pieces. Imagine that.
That would have
like,
been cool.
I don't know, like a particle gun, like a gun that had to charge up, and it was like a hyper beam or some shit. And instead they just went this fucking boring, safe route. And it's because they know that like people were like scared. By like, there's a lot of people who like grew up on Modern Warfare 2, so they're scared of the idea of trying some game out that like pushes it too far and goes too futuristic. But they can't dip their toes in the water because they're going to piss off both people. You're either going to do something radical and appeal to a new demographic, get a new demographic, and do something new and exciting, which I think is really cool, or, you know, cater to your audience. You can't have your fucking food and eat it. That's what they try and do.